Is a utility.
Did you get a reading over here, Richard?
Yeah, they said they were about to erp after this. There's going to be a whole
shit.
bunch of slimers.
I mean,
No,
you guys
thank you.
trying
I'm
to
married.
join? What's going on here?
He's just here for our safety and protection. Make sure there's no ERP going on.
Okay, all right, I respect it.
Sorry, guys. Continue.
I think we're just wrapping up. Eric, I'm available if you want to reconvene, whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, probably at
just
some
give me a
point
call.
soon. I got a lot of work
Okay.
to do, but yeah,
Hell yeah.
this was good.
I appreciate
All right,
it. Thank you
take
for your
care.
time, Barrick. You
Thanks,
stay safe.
Barrett.
Anytime.
All right.
So how'd that go? I mean, was that related to this shit or no?
Barrick is one of the most intelligent and individuals I've run into the police department. Holy fuck, that was a breath of fresh air.
Is there a but or no?
Is not really. No.
Okay.
There's been the problem with a lot of my conversations with the PD is they come from a very defensive front, and they're like come from a what do you want front instead of like here are problems and you know, here's what we need. It's like there I don't know, it's rough.
It's funny you say that because last time I was arrested, things were going great. I was complying, conducting myself in a proper manner, and the moment I asked for a lawyer, all of a sudden I was difficult to deal with, and a complete mood change. Complete mood change. You know, they get defensive, like you said.
I think it's like there's like two cultures in the police department. Barrick, I think, touched on this, and my impression is this quota system, and for some reason, cops are getting in trouble for not responding to like every call. That they're treating it like gotta go here, then gotta go here, gotta get the arrest, and gotta do this. That they're not, you know, things like asking for a lawyer, making sure charges are good, are seen as like a negative to what they're supposed to do, and that's got to change.
That's good. I mean, hopefully it just actually, you know, change actually happens.
Yeah, I think I've conveyed to some of them, and some of them believe in this, is most people aren't mad they're going to jail. They're mad because the charges cannot be explained. No.
Yeah, and you can't even argue them. Their answer is, "Oh, take it to court." Like, come on, you can't have some type of convo here to get some fair charges.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got charged with criminal use of a firearm. I was found without a firearm. I wasn't seen with a firearm. I wasn't seen shooting a firearm. I was just on the scene with some GSR on me.
I just got Speedy out of that this morning.
Oh, they wouldn't even let me argue it. So now I gotta go to fucking court. Oh yeah, and then they charged me with criminal possession of PD equipment because I had spike strips. But the spike strips I had no labels on them. They weren't the labeled PD pair that they have these days. I'm like, how are you gonna charge me with PD equipment? This isn't labeled as PD equipment. The ones you have are labeled as PD equipment. And there's just nothing. They got mad at me for even arguing it.
Yeah, it's yeah. I will tell you this. There's a lot of cops that's the you know, the other side of things. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't say the other side of things. They understand what the problem is. It's just I think this. Yeah. Oh, that hurts. When did this happen?
This happened. I think this was on Friday. I got Abilene starting a case for it. I tried to call you at the time, but you weren't around.
No. That's a good thing. Transparently, I don't have time for court.
Yeah, I figured. Even the shit from before, we don't gotta do. I was just fucking around with Dan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's interesting it happened with Dan because Dan got upset at another officer today for not pressing charges on the exact situation you just had. And the other officer was just like, I don't have anything. I think the only reason they want to press charges is because Speedy said he was GSR positive because he was hunting in Polito at night or something, and they're like, yeah, that means he's illegally hunting. Da, da, da. I'm like, oh, what do you mean? Because at night I like to, you know, hunt that pussy with my sniper rifle.
Oh, Richard,
like
use your scanner, Richard.
Oh, that's gonna be going off.
Where's the sound effect? It's kind of lame.
Sorry.
What do you mean it's gonna be
I'm
going
sorry,
on?
guys. He's learning.
I did the sound effect, but I wasn't.
Oh Lord.
Why would you have to talk for the device to work? The fuck? He's still working
Kind of
on
a weird device.
Nino. See what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
He's new to the
Did
city.
you wanna?
So just give
Did
him
you
some
want to
time.
meet with your entire crew, just yourself? I mean, whatever works, to be honest.
Honestly, this is fine because more people, the more confusing it gets. So
I'm gonna be rather transparent. Every group I have spoken. I have a list of 25 groups. We've gone through 22 of them, and they're all backing me. The only ones that are kind of like on the fence because they want to talk to others is like Chaos Legion. I haven't talked to ADMC. Archie's got the list, but it's a very small percentage. However, Osvaldo has the votes coming from people, like in the words of Andy Jones, the city does not need a fixer. We need events.
wait. The city doesn't need a fixer. They need a what?
They need events.
That's what she told me.
What does that even mean?
Like, you know, like parties and shit.
Is she stupid?
Now, well, I think a more political way to put it is, I think there are segments of Los Santos that may resonate with the let's have fun and games and like pizza parties and shit.
Listen, I agree. More events is great, but to say the city doesn't need a fixer just shows how out of touch they are. Like,
Agreed.
it's in shambles down to its core.
Osvaldo has a decent amount of backing, and enough backing, based on the polling data that is being done anonymously. I've got people out there polling. And while I do think I will squarely beat him out, that depends very much on making sure that people actually get out there and vote. Because saying they're going to vote versus actually voting is two different things. I think there's another aspect at play here, which is Osvaldo historically, when he went up against Lang Buddha about 8 years ago, actually had a lot of votes. He's really good at bringing people to the polls.
Mm-hmm.
I think in terms of
I
what
think he's got
I
this
need
locked
is,
in. Who do you think's gonna
that's
win,
kind of
chat?
the new thing I'm telling folks is like making sure you guys go out there and vote when the time comes and really getting the word out there, right? Like as best you can.
Nino, me too. Well, I think you got it in the bag, but obviously don't let your guard down.
I do think Osvaldo would make for a good deputy.
Yeah,
I do think he's very easily manipulated. Example being, Slacks told me that Osvaldo is promising fast cars, which Slacks believe is the moral solution to the police department.
Yeah, see,
I
shit
don't-
like that. It's like, okay, so you're gonna give the PD fast cars. Like, what? You know, I think he would be a good deputy mayor in terms of handling the morale of the city, in terms of, you know, events, stuff like that, entertainment, and you handle the logistics and the decision making and stuff like that. Because if he becomes mayor, the dude, and this is what I got when I met with him, he's a people pleaser. He wants to please all sides, which you already know is going to be a failure. You can't try to please everyone. You just do what you think is right. Some people will think it's good, some people think it's bad, but as long as it's good for the city, that's what will be best. I met with him, and he was giving me those bullshit answers of like just sitting on the fence.
My only, I think the counterpoint to this is, from what I have gathered, and trust me, I've been doing a lot of yapping. Max got a lot of votes last voting season from those promises. People are very shallow. So I'm not too concerned, but it is a consideration. Now, one thing that okay, if I could talk to you over here real quick.
I got you. I don't trust Richard either.
Osvaldo told me that you and Jaeger are the only ones that he would jump off a building for, and he brought that up unprompted.
As in, like, drop out?
I don't think we want him to drop out because that would mean Pred would be number 2, and I think that's a much bigger disaster. However, with him as number 2, I think any sort of legislative sway can be easily manipulated.
Yeah, I could talk to him, whisper in his ear.
And I think one thing that would work in the favor, because I don't think Pred's gonna win for shit. He's not anywhere to be seen outside of like Eugene retweeting his shit.
Yeah, I don't really even see Pred these days.
Maybe Osvaldo may want to consider saying he's going in as number 2, just to secure a vote.
Could be good, yeah.
I'll let you chew on that. You know, I'm not expecting it, but you know, want to let you know that is always an option.
Now, in terms of this whole DeMarco shit, you seen any movement? I talked to Slacks today, and I'm gonna be honest, these dudes are fucking lazy and dumb as fuck. His excuse is, oh, I want to make sure we got what we need because I don't want to do the case and get this guy killed. I said, Slacks, are you stupid? The guy's already gonna get killed. The only reason he hasn't is because I've been fucking protecting him. But I can only protect him for so long. So if you just do the case and arrest the people he's so-called snitching on, then he won't be in danger. But his dumb ass can't understand. I don't think they've done anything.
Slacks told me that he wanted to talk to me about the interrogation with DeMarco, but I don't think he understands that what he's asking me is kind of illegal. He's asking to meet with the lawyer in regards to how the I don't know what the fuck he's
I told him, I said, listen, just talk to Barrick. We had another sit down with Barrick. It's a recorded convo. Talk to him and get in you know, get in the loop with it.
My concern, like, listen, I don't know what the fuck is going on with Slacks. I'm gonna be honest with you.
For some reason, he just doesn't do shit. I don't understand. I really don't get it either. He just doesn't do shit.
I spent an hour and a half with him yesterday of him just saying things that had zero meaning and acting like I'm the next criminal kingpin in Los Santos.
He has a problem with pulling the trigger, and I really just don't get it. I'm like, listen, just fucking do it. Like, you guys take too long. He's like, well, some of the people are, you know, they're not around, which he meant Max. I'm like, well, the main person in the talks are Siobhan anyway, so just go ahead and do it, man. You're waiting too long. The dude's gonna either die or you guys are gonna waste out your fucking 30 days and it's gonna be over.
I don't know why they don't have, like, there should be some movement at minimum. Yeah,
if it doesn't stick, it doesn't stick.
Decision on whether or not there's gonna be a raid or whatever. Have you talked to Sonia, by the way?
Briefly. So, I told her she's really getting impatient. I told her, listen, give it to the end of the week to see if anything happens. If not, here's what she came to me with. I hand over to Marco. She gets a video recording of Siobhan killing him. Now, the reason I didn't want to do this right off the bat.
That was my suggestion, by the way.
Okay, which is good. I mean, it's a perfect scenario. But I also thought, okay, maybe she's playing a little chess here. Maybe she wants me to give over to DeMarco. They just killed DeMarco. I don't get the tape. Or they killed DeMarco. I do get the tape, and they just say she was under distress. Then we're out of everything, you know? So I said, listen, give me a week. Let me see if this court case goes through. If not, then I'll take that offer.
She, I spoke to her, like, I want to say, like, 4 days ago now. It was after the DeMarco interrogation, which, by the way, she doesn't know anything about. And she said that there's only 2 people she fears in the city, and that's you and myself. Based on what happened, like, what's it, 10 years ago or whatever. And her concern was how she's gonna look if nothing happens to DeMarco, but equally the concern of having the wrath come her way. And that fear of not, what's the word I'm looking for? She's afraid that she's gonna be put in the same bucket as Siobhan. And like, are they working with her, whatever? And that's when I suggested, well, why don't you just prove it by getting Siobhan killed or thrown into prison? So 2 birds, 1 stone. At the end of the day, I mean, everyone's disposable, right?
Yeah, I mean, if this don't go through, I might have to accept that offer.
It's fucking. Look. If they
Richard
don't
just
do
stole
anything with-
your assistant, by the way.
Oh, it's fine. If nothing comes out of that interrogation, I genuinely, I don't think it will. I think Petey's in fucking shambles, to be honest.
They're
I don't
such
think they have
pussies,
the.
man. They could have even just went and easily raided that house if they wanted, or at least looked into shit, checked records. They're just fucking. I don't know, man. I really don't get them.
I think it's worse than that. I don't think they know what to do, if I'm gonna be honest.
That's crazy, because sometimes it seems like they know exactly what to do and just go, 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 go. And other times, well, I got all this shit here. I got too much shit to go with. I'm just not going to do anything. It's almost as when they have less to go off of, they feel more confident to go against something. But when they have more, for some reason, I don't understand. It's too much for them to handle.
Well, half of the warrants are negligent ownership of a firearm that is pressed on civilians that have undocumented warrants. There's an average of 2 to 3 arrests per 12-hour tsunami. So I genuinely think when, you know, like the example you gave me where it's like, oh my God, lawyer, what's happening is they're going for the lowest hanging fruit. Oh, it's this group. Oh, it's Lang's group. Oh, it's like Cheng Gang. Oh, it's, we already pretty much know you're doing something illegal. So if we just throw the charges and there's no judge to, you know, that you can go to bench trial with, we can just throw you in and say we did the job. The moment actual work, police work is involved, they don't know what the fuck to do. And so, therefore, I'm not surprised if there's going to be no raid. And I know that sounds like almost borderline nasty,
I guarantee
but
you,
it's just,
words already got out, so they probably cleared that shit out. Like, they're, man.
Oh no,
they're just horrible at the job. Is the best way to put it.
I'm telling you right now, it's already cleared. That was the first thing she told me.
Yeah, the cops are just fucking dumb.
She said the moment he started tweeting, they cleared this shit.
Looks like it might have to be Plan B. We'll have to see how this week unfolds.
Yeah. But even then, here's the thing, right? And given where things are, because I think when we last talked about this, I think both of us thought this shit was going to happen much sooner. So keep in mind, even though that was brought up to her, you know, the suggestion about like 2 birds, 1 stone shit. I am now having doubts that even if it were to happen, I'm afraid that it happens and they're like, well, she didn't do this. It was probably Cheng Gang. Or like, oh, it was probably Sonia Summers. This is clearly doctored. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
There's something to chew on.
I'm going to talk to Slacks again today and see where his head's at. But, you know, they'll probably get a video of Siobhan just killing this dude and still not do shit. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Or like investigated for 31 days.
So what's going on with the council? Have these motherfuckers essentially fallen apart?
Murphy's missing. Max is missing. Crane is missing. Everyone except for Cantor is missing.
Wow, seems like they all really cared about the city.
Well, now we know why there's no legislation being passed, because they're not around to do
Well,
it.
that's their whole
Like,
thing. They always act like they know best and they care so much about the city and everyone else is a detriment to it. Yet, how ironic.
You know, I think it's a good thing.
Oh, me too.
All this happened.
Me too.
We're going to see how bad things can get. So, you know, we know what not to do. It's been a 7-month campaign they've been pulling off.
Interesting. Well, we keep on it. We don't fucking quit. Get back here, Ghostbuster.
1 second, I'm showing him the.
I'm really
how
excited. I
bad
think
this car is.
there's a lot of passionate people. Did I tell you about the Department of Commerce I'm kicking off?
Nah, tell me about it.
I'm gonna have
You guys know about
people
this?
in place, diversity across like time zones, etc., that are gonna be reviewing all business proposals and publicly documenting why they were accepted, why they were declined. So no mayor from here on forth will ever be able to do something without actual cause. Repeal that entire business law, which pretty much says the government owns your life,
I'm gonna
and
need
here's
that
5
repair kit
reasons
again.
why the FBI is going to raid you.
Yeah, that whole business law was trash, so that's good that's getting redone. And hopefully I can finally get my businesses approved. I mean, if I was to submit a proposal right now, it would just be dead, right? Because nobody's approving them.
Yes, a lot of people
Oh
are
my
waiting
God.
for pending unanswered things.
I don't understand why the cops just don't go ahead and fucking do the trial, impeach, and get the city fucking moving, man. Because when is the elections?
The 17th, and that is something that was brought up.
That's like 2 weeks of just nothing moving in the economy.
The problem is, I don't know what's stopping it. It's been brought up. I'm not planning. How do I put this? It's like 2 weeks away. It's a long time, but it's like the government works like molasses, and so I feel like they need the 2 weeks to be. The fact that Solomon got pulled out, but then these other guys didn't, I think speaks volumes as to.
Oh man,
how
there's
fucked shit is.
so much shit that has happened that just speaks volumes.
I mean, you can tell Max had everyone under his finger. That's why I want fucking Crane gone. Fucking Joe Biden ass.
Crane is. I don't know what happened to that guy. I really don't. He just lost his fucking shit. I don't know. I don't understand. He used to be able to make good legislation, but now he's just.
The way that prick came at me for this whole FOIA shit, like, was so fucking ridiculous and unprofessional. It was like he was mad I wanted to protect people. It didn't make any fucking sense why he had this anger.
Because he writes
And
the
then you know what the
legislation and
worst
he
thing
takes
about
it personal if you come against it.
He didn't. It turns out that Bailey wrote the draft he was claiming he was writing,
Judge
and then
Bailey?
he plagiarized it. Yes. Yeah. And because I know, because
He
I heard
plagiarized.
about it, and I'm like, no way. He told me he wrote it, the draft. I'm like, no, you didn't. What the fuck? And then he sent me the draft. It was Crane literally plagiarized the fucking thing in front of me. So that shit fucking threw me off the deep end, because I'm like, number one, why the fuck are you claiming this? Number two, like, no wonder everyone has to wait for you, because if Bailey's working on this shit and other people working on it, we need to know that so we communicate with them instead of playing fucking telephone with a like shadow party, right? And then there is no excuse why people are like Crane when you're pretending you're doing all this shit. You know what I mean? You're kind of like creating like a system where you are the linchpin, and that
He puts it on
is
himself
not-
to a point.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
And then when you talk to him about it, he's like, well, I don't know. I didn't do it. Okay, you didn't do it. Okay, cool. I'll go fuck myself.
We need more, you know, I want to see a city where, like, you know, you don't got to wait fucking 2 weeks for communication. Shit, no,
That's
shit
what I'm trying
moves
to tell him. Like,
fast.
yeah, shit moves fast. Like, you guys are, like, literally missing. It's frustrating. I don't understand.
I think
don't
we're on the
understand
same
how
wavelength.
fucking dumb they are. I just don't understand it, you know? I really don't understand it. How are you that fucking stupid? They move
Complacency.
so quick on certain things, but slow on others. It makes no fucking sense.
Well, I think it's like it's like when you have an extreme amount of power, right? Things that are wanted by the power can do it immediately. But if they don't want it, then all of a sudden the resistance, excuses, and loopholes start popping out.
I just want to see action taken. I could have a fucking Al call in and say they saw Mr. K. Next thing you know, I'll be locked away until trial. Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
You're not wrong. But you know what? Change is coming.
Change is coming. Vote Nino Chavez.
That's right.
Because he's got the eggs. And eggs are good for you. That's a fire.
I think
Hey,
so.
you could use that if you want. I just want a little money.
Yeah, you know. Website and public announcement for mayorships coming up in the next day or two.
Okay. Keep me
I think
updated.
you'll be surprised how good my Marketing guy is.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's good. It's gonna be good. Well, let me know if you need anything or any of the boys need any help. You know, down in the cells.
We'll do. We'll do.
You take care.
Good seeing you, Richard. Mr. K.
Man,
Later.
These cops, man.
All right. Apparently, Bobby Charles is getting his ass beat at the gas station, the GG gas. So
Let's go fuck him up.
we gotta.
Howdy.
Slacks, how you doing, boss? It's me, Mr. Kai.
Hey, just know that there could be people spying this phone call. So
That's
up for
fine.
you.
I just want to see if you guys are finally making some movement, some progress here.
Absolutely, day and night.
Come on, stop bullshitting me. I want to see some shit done this fucking week, man.
Hey, listen, I told you I'm working. I'm doing my job.
I
I'm doing
don't
my
want
job.
to hear that. I want to see it. I want to see some
Okay.
fucking action because I'm losing faith in the legal system here even more
Oh
than
God!
I
Oh
am.
God! Oh God!
Listen, just be patient. That's all I'm gonna say.
I have been patient. It's been 2 fucking weeks.
Well, listen, things move slow sometimes in Los
No,
Santos.
things
What can I
move
tell you?
fast in Los Santos.
Do you know where Murphy Braun's at? I've been trying to get a hold of him. You have his phone number?
No, I haven't. What you need Murphy Brown for?
He's already got a docket posting,
You serious?
right?
Oh yeah, for the impeachment.
The Ghostbusters.
Right, and I was thinking it's probably better if we just tag team it. So I'm trying to get a hold of him
What are you
so we
doing?
can get a prosecutor involved in this case already.
Okay, if I can connect
I can
you
feel
to,
it inside
this
of
will
me.
help speed
What's he
things
doing
up.
to me?
It should, because we're working for the same goal.
Burping.
Okay.
No.
All right, I'll see what I
I
can
just
do.
can't find him. I've been digging a lot of holes and I cannot find this guy.
Dakota!
Burping.
Confines your own place.
Is that you, Richard?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get in contact with him for you.
Ricky.
Okay, thank you.
God, Richard, get your car
We'll
on the
be in
right
touch.
side of the freaking road, man.
Goodbye.
I'm.
hard.
Hey, what
Part
was
of the
Murphy's
art
old
clusters.
Twitch name?
And
Not
also,
voice
if I
ID.
see you listening into fucking